It was quite difficult to be a women's officer in the 90s. There was very few of us left at that stage. Hallam Student Union was one of the few that still had a full-time women's officer at that point. And because I think things had almost come full circle in the feminist movement, that everybody was kind of like, there isn't any inequality anymore. What are you complaining about? Women can do what they like, they can work, they can have kids, they can not have kids. There isn't any inequality anymore. In 1996, the Body Shop and the Women's Communication Centre did a piece of research which was just called What Women Want, and they ran it again last year in 2016. And I think the really interesting thing is that when you look at the responses from 1996 and 2016, there's very little difference between them. You can't tell which ones are from 20 years ago and which ones are from last year. And that's kind of really strong evidence that things haven't moved forward far enough. You do not have to accept that just because you want to have a baby, you are going to end up with less pension and less pay and less opportunities at work. You don't have to accept those things. You do not have to accept that we've got a parliament at the moment that has still got more men in this particular parliament that we're in now than have ever been female MPs for the whole history of our political history in this country. You don't have to accept that anymore. You don't have to accept that we have inequalities in education. You don't have to accept that we've got inequalities in our health service. You don't have to accept any of those things any longer. They're not part of our normal experience, and they should not be part of our normal experience. And I think that's what the Women's Equality Party really is highlighting. We need to do something about those things now, because they don't happen. Lots of people will say, well, equality will just happen naturally as it goes along. It will find its natural balance. It doesn't find its natural balance. Society is something that we have created and that we continue to forge how we want it to be. And if there are inequalities in it, society needs to resolve those. They're not going to happen as if by magic.